as he lives, has moved beyond. He looks back on it, and now the bad times are good times, and the good times are great times. That's nostalgia. But while you're going through it, it is going to be tough. It is not going to be a cakewalk all the time. And the rewards of hard work are not always going to be there. You're going to think, gee, why am I wasting my time? My only point was nothing's handed to you, and if it is, you're right. It's not as appreciated, and it's not as long-lasting. So, yeah, you're right. I'm glad you called. Thanks for that interpretation, too. Right back we will come.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
Dear Hooked on Phonics, I am the headmaster of Greenfield Hebrew Academy. After seeing your commercial on television, I ordered Hooked on Phonics for my daughter, who's in kindergarten. 3 months later, she was so proud that she could read. Hooked on Phonics is easy to follow, interesting, and stimulating. It has grabbed my daughter's attention, kept it, and taught her to read. I am definitely hooked on phonics. Thank you, Rabbi J. Neufeld.
Dear Hooked on Phonics, I was beside myself with my 7-year-old daughter. She was below average in school, and her classmates made fun of her because she couldn't read. We started Hooked on Phonics in July of '93. At this year's PTA meeting, her teacher said she showed dramatic improvement. In fact, last week she was awarded Student of the Month. She said, "Mom, this is the happiest day of my life." Thank you, Hooked on Phonics.
To learn about Hooked on Phonics, call 1-800-ABCDEFG. Results vary.
Nahanta Pork Center is celebrating their 19th anniversary with food, prices, and entertainment, and some great deals on some of the best pork around. Save on country cured hams, just $1.79 per pound, and buy 2 or more country cured hams, and it's only $1.59 per pound. Save on the family pack of fresh sliced side meat, the family pack of fresh chunk backbone, or the family pack of fresh neck bone, all just 99 cents a pound. And you can taste that Nahanta pork goodness for free in a Nahanta barbecue sandwich, free from 9 till 4, Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday from 9 till 2. And Saturday, enjoy free entertainment from Freddie Pierce, performing from 10 till 1 on the grounds of Nahanta Pork Center. And register at Nahanta Pork Center for a vacation prize package to be given away May 24th. Nahanta Pork Center invites you to celebrate their 19th anniversary with food, fun, prizes, entertainment, and the best pork around. Now through Saturday at Nahanta Pork Center. Take Highway 581 from US 70 or Highway 581 from US 301 to Nahanta School, and it's 1 mile west of Nahanta School. Follow the big yellow signs to Nahanta Pork Center. HB Systems at 2902 Central Heights Road in the Brent King Building is Goldsboro's coast-to-coast computer operation with complete business systems, hardware, and software. They offer installations all across the USA. HB Systems offers custom software design and programming, training and support, as well as networking or standalone operations. These systems are custom designed for your business, whether you operate a one-person business or a large business. They know computers. HB Systems, 2902 Central Heights Road, Goldsboro. Call 778-9795.
During May, come up to Scott Motor Company for their annual spring sale. Scott and Cadillac have teamed up to bring you special prices. Over 40 new 94 Cadillacs to choose from, with interest rates as low as 4% APR. With Cadillac Smart Lease Plus plan, pay as low as $2,500 down and $399 per month for 24 months to drive a new 94 Cadillac sedan available with approved credit. Other conditions and terms apply. All Pontiacs are drastically reduced too. Scott Motor Company, serving Wayne and surrounding counties with 5 motor cars since 1922 on the Highway 70 bypass.
1150 WPBR.
Rush Limbaugh, the EIB Network, most listened to radio program and most talked about in the country. 1-800-282-2882. Bo J. Snerdley, official screener of calls, standing by eagerly, waiting to talk with you and to interrogate you as to that which you wish to discuss on this show. Another freeway opening at Los Angeles, I-5 north of Los Angeles. Reopened yesterday, a month early after the January 17th Northridge earthquake. E.L. Yeager Construction Company did this project, and they got a bonus, $150,000 a day, coming in early, 30 days early. Once again, the financial incentive system as a reward works flawlessly.
While I watched him circling round, it looks like a ballet in midair as they turn, spread their wings start to land. Oh, I'm in heaven when I hear that Susie calling back to me. Oh, I'm not forgetting. We all must do our part, making sure they fly by here, same time each year.
They've been here because we've been here. Ducks Unlimited, leader in wetlands conservation for more than 50 years. WGBR, Goldsboro's very own.
From ABC News, I'm John Belmont. Can a president, specifically this president, be sued for something he allegedly did before taking office? The White House now has the Justice Department looking into that. ABC's Beverly Lumpkin reports.
The president's private attorney is considering arguing that Paula Jones's sexual harassment case should be dismissed on the grounds the president should not be distracted by lawsuits. Justice spokesman Carl Stern said White House counsel Lloyd Cutler earlier this week asked the department to render its opinion. Stern said Cutler made clear he did not want the department to do any private lawyering for the president, but rather to look at the institutional question. Beverly Lumpkin, ABC News, the Justice Department.
General Motors CEO Jack Smith is beefing about higher interest rates, saying one more Fed hike above the half point of yesterday would hurt the auto industry, which has been enjoying its best sales since 1986. In Southern California, Santa Clarita residents are enjoying their first normal commute on I-5 since the January earthquake. Caltrans reopened the rebuilt northbound lanes of the Golden State Freeway early this morning. The southbound side was reopened yesterday. Not so fast. Fort Worth Mayor Kay Granger wants some questions to be answered before she goes along with City Council and hires gang members as youth counselors. Here's Councilman Chuck Silcox.
I'm still against paying them. I am not against trying to find a way to work with these folks. I will not support paying somebody who's a psychopath, a sociopath, a terrorist. The good kids, especially those on their friends, are sitting there looking at, you mean the bad guys, the leaders, get paid for this?
Putting 6 gang members on the city payroll would cost Fort Worth $60,000 a year. Social Security may stop handing out unsupervised cash payments to drug addicts and alcoholics. The House and Senate have stipulated that as part of a larger bill making Social Security an independent agency. You're listening to ABC News.
Let's see, Cancun, Cozumel.
Planning your trip to Mexico?
Sí, my viaje al Mexico. National Dynamics really paid off.
Because you've learned enough Spanish to take a viaje to Mexico?
Because I got 2 free round-trip tickets.
Order a complete set of National Dynamics speed tapes in Spanish or French, German, Italian, or Japanese and get 2 free round-trip airfares to any of 5 cities in Mexico. Call 1-800-545-1985.
Maybe Mazatlan?
Some restrictions apply.
Puerto Vallarta?
How about Acapulco?
SOCKS.
1-800-545-1985.
This is Barbara Walters. Tonight we'll examine turning points we all face with some of our favorite people. Charles Barkley, Loretta Lynn, Jimmy Carter, Jose Carreras, James and Sarah Grady, Brian White's mom, a man on Schindler's List, airline crash survivors, civil rights pioneer Rosa Parks. Relive some of the moments that changed their lives. Join us for Moments of Truth, a turning point you will never forget. Tonight at 10, 9 Central on ABC Television.
Senate Democrats say they need a little more give and take on all sides to pass a health care bill this year. 2 key congressional committees have started debating the issue. Ohio Democratic Senator Howard Metzenbaum today says the name of the game is compromise. Some say one reason you're often groggy after a long flight is a lack of fresh air. The airlines say they more than meet the requirements. Still, Congress is looking into it.
Many of the older planes can provide more fresh air. They just choose not to do it because they can save a little bit of money by starving the passengers of fresh air changes.
Oregon Democratic Representative Peter DeFazio, some passengers complain airline air has gotten worse since smoking was banned on domestic flights. They say fresh air is circulated less. Here comes another mile of the information superhighway. Cable subscribers in Rochester, New York may soon be able to make phone calls over their cable system, thanks to an agreement with the phone company and a tentative okay from state regulators. Analyst Elaine Altman says this is heading in the right direction.
Customers will see lower rates from that because they will be competitors in the marketplace. And, as we well know, a competitive atmosphere makes for better prices for the consuming public.
If everything goes all right, Time Warner Cable's phone service could be up and running next year in Rochester. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up about 1.5 points at the 3722 level. This is ABC News.
Children?
Yes, Mother?
I'm so looking forward to a quiet family dinner. We'll engage in stimulating conversation.
Great.
Oh, here comes your father now with a meal.
Party, party! Little Caesars Party, party. 2 pizzas with any topping for $8.98 plus a free 8-piece order of crazy bread and a free 32-ounce Coke Classic. Enough food to make any meal into a party.
How about some conversation?
Conga line!
Yeah!
At participating carry-out locations, pricing may vary.
For the ABC Information Network, I'm John Belmont.
Hey, Bill, what's in the truck?
Fusilade herbicide.
Looks like about half as much as last year.
That just looks that way. It's new Fusilade DX, double strength. Only need half as many jugs.
Still knocks out rhizome Johnson grass?
Yep, plus annuals.
What about broadleaves?
Fusilade DX is great in a tank mix. I'm using Reflex because it's tough on broadleaves and easy on my beans.
Maybe I should try Fusilade DX.
No need to think twice about it.
From Seneca Ag Products. Always follow label directions.
We expect variably cloudy skies across the area. Along with that, a cool breeze this afternoon. There is the chance of a brief shower or two, especially across northern North Carolina. Highs in the upper 60s and lower 70s. Partly cloudy, chilly tonight, maybe a stray shower, lows 45 to 50. And for tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sunshine, unseasonably cool, highs only in the mid-60s. I'm Brian Orzel in the Weather Center.
And welcome to the Rush Limbaugh program with a smiling crew. Bo Bianco here, chuckling mercilessly. Bo J. Snerdley getting, like the new headphones, by the way. Your mood seems to have improved. And now you never have to slam the phone down in anger, which he does quite frequently. Anyway, I'm glad you're with us, folks. The Rush Limbaugh Pro... Hey, how you doing there, Aldo Scurini, just stopping and say hello. We're going to talk about Kevorkian today. You might want to vacate the premises. Kevorkian's a hero.
This is a special edition of the Rush Limbaugh program, America Held Hostage. And now, from our studios in New York City, here is Rush Limbaugh.
We count the days of the raw deal. The Clinton presidency, known here as the raw deal, America held hostage. Today is day 503 for the poor and the middle class. Day 484 for the rich and the dead, with 978 days of the raw deal left to go. Phone number is 1-800-282-28... See, I was already thinking of what I was going to say next. My brain working faster than my mouth can keep up with it. 1-800-28... Yesterday I was wandering aimlessly for a thought. Today I got so many I can't keep up with myself. 800-282-2882 is the number. If you'd like to be on the program. We got a feminist update today. We also have a homeless update coming up. And I'm almost reluctant to do it because it's old news to all of us. But
we're fierce. We're feminists.
Somebody just discovered a fact that we've known for years. Those are the feminist stuff first here.
We're feminists, and we're in your face.
Well, Bianco, stop the tape just a minute because we have 239 listeners every second. Some people think that we probably went out and got a bunch of women in the studio and had them say this stuff. We didn't. This was actually recorded. This is at a NOW protest rally in Washington, D.C. about 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago now. We've been using it ever since. We just put the Forester Sisters song to it, but we made nothing up in this update theme.
They all want a girl, just like the me so mad, man. Talking about men. Well, you can't beat 'em up 'cause they're bigger than you. You can't live with 'em and you just can't shoot 'em, man. We're fierce. We're feminists. Talking about men. We're fierce. We're feminists. Talking about men. Talking about men. We're
All right, stop screaming. Bunch of hysterical. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, one of the contentions that I have always had about feminism, modern feminism, is that it's a minority, really small movement. And that militant feminists have succeeded in defining feminism because the dominant media celebrates them. Now, take a movement of less than 200,000 women and claim, or support this movement's claim, that they represent zillions of women. And as such, mainstream American women have been tainted by the label feminist. I've gotten into so many arguments with women who say, look, I'm not a feminist. You call one of these women feminist. I'm not a feminist. Yes, you are. You can't define it. You can't say that you're not a feminist based on this, because feminism has a specific definition. In the pop culture in which we live, it has a definition. That definition is the National Organization for Women. I'm sorry. Because the dominant media is who they're willing accomplices with this group, and they have been for the longest time. In the process, I have sought to explain how extremist this group really is, and that if there were proper media scrutiny, and really proper media ignorance of these things, it ought to be ignored. They're so small, they're inconsequential. Their day-to-day activities ought to be ignored rather than big news. So when I come with information in the form of a feminist update that sounds so far out and wacko that it can't possibly be mainstream, people say, Rush, see, what you're trying to do is take all these fringe people and try to say that they're mainstream and that's what women are all about. And that's not what I'm saying. That's what the national media is. I'm trying to point out to you that this group is always what it has been, fringe and extremist. I come to you today with yet another sterling example. One of the things I've always said as well is that while these women are small in number, they have, as have many liberals, gained control of our institutions. Cultural institutions, primarily institutions of higher learning, universities and colleges. Catherine McKinnon is the greatest example, University of Michigan law professor whose primary contribution to the debate is that all sex is rape, even the sex in marriage. I'm not making this up. Even if you're in love, you're a woman, you're in love, you're still being raped. You just don't know it. This is now a mainstream feminist view to some. These women are all over the place, indoctrinating your daughters and sons with their beliefs. And some of them buy it, and they come out of school all confused, all bitter, and all angry, and make all kinds of stupid statements. I have an example of this for you today from a small university newspaper, Central Washington University, state of Washington. The May 5th, 1994 issue of The Observer, which is the school newspaper. And the headline here, Meat Equals Power in Male-Dominated Society. Male dominance, along with the eating of meat, are both responsible for the establishment of a male-dominated society that controls and oppresses women, said Erin McKenna, a professor of philosophy at Pacific Lutheran University. She explained this hypothesis to students and staff in Randall Hall on April 28th. Now, when you hear some of this stuff, you'll wonder, where is the challenge to all this by the reporter? Where is the incredulity in the story? Had I gone to this campus and made my usual America's great speech, self-reliance, rugged individualism, work hard, don't depend on anybody else, who knows what they would have written about me out there as being some kind of reactionary, mean-spirited, cold-hearted, cruel, blah, 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 blah. Yet this is treated with reverence and respect, so listen to some of it. In her lecture, Erin McKenna compared two recent books, Carol Pateman's The Sexual Contract and The Sexual Politics of Meat by Carol J. Adams. The Sexual Contract argues our civil freedoms are patriarchal or based on male superiority. That's for students who don't know what patriarchal means at this university. The Sexual Politics of Meat argues male dominance and the eating of meat are interconnected. Vegetarians present a challenge to male control and threaten the social and political order. Remember we were talking about yesterday about morality now being defined by what you don't eat, if you don't smoke, if you don't get your clothes dry cleaned, if you use condoms. If you do all those things or don't do some of those things, you're a great moral person. The Carol Adams book claims that animals and women pose a threat in a similar way. Man eats meat to show control and dominance, therefore equating animals and women without power and importance. Non-human animals must be present to be consumed, but if people acknowledge their presence as living beings, it becomes difficult to consume them. McKenna, do you understand any of this? Similarly, women must be present to be consumed, sexually, socially, politically. We men go out and eat meat, we're consuming once living animal. When we interact with women, we are consuming them too, sexually, socially, or politically. It's all for male dominance, don't you see? If society acknowledges women's presence as living beings, it becomes difficult to continue consuming them, and the order of things is challenged. McKenna said she's a feminist and a vegetarian, is intrigued by all of these points. However, she doesn't feel Adams gave enough evidence to support her claim that the presence of meat proclaims the disempowering of women. It's important to note, she says, that taking the husband's name is rooted in the concept of women as property and slaves. The only power women have is the power to enter contracts where they are again objects available for male use. Women and food becomes a very complicated issue when one begins to consider the ever-present focus on body image and the increasing awareness of eating disorders, she said. I do not think focusing on who eats what and why will get us very far. Since contemporary man cannot actually consume women, they do so symbolically through pornography, prostitution, and rape, or through unrecognized domestic labor, lower wages, and sexual harassment. So all of these ways that we consume women are now equated to the way we eat meat. Eating meat is the same thing as consuming women in a male-dominated system. This is what's being taught. This is being and this is being treated as though it's from on high. This is learned scholarship. And the students sit there in rapt attention saying, "Oh, wow, man, never thought of that. Yeah, that explains a lot, man." If one wants to change the treatment of women, one has to be committed to changing the treatment of animals, McKenna said. This does not mean only women should become vegetarians, but it does indicate that women who eat meat are then implicated in their own oppression. Oh, God is right. Oh, no. So you women out there eating meat, you are oppressing your sisters. You are joining men in helping to keep you oppressed and suppressed and dominated. It's madcap. This is the kind of stuff that's on College Campi today. Serious lecture series. Now, let's cut forward to the Wall Street Journal today, where Lisa Schifrin, former speechwriter for Vice President Quayle, has written a piece called For Now, the Now Gang, Indecent Exposure. Just a couple of parts of this, because this gets it. Lisa gets it. It is worth asking why organized feminism has become so interested in issues tangential to most women's lives. Why, she asks, are women getting adrift? Why are these feminists going so bonkers? Why are they losing their minds? Why are they becoming such jokes? Why are they becoming such parodies? They're a caricature of themselves. They're absolutely idiots. She says the central reason is that here in America, the historic mission of feminism has been largely accomplished. Thank you, Lisa. Here's a woman saying it. American women have full legal and economic rights, access to education, the option of economic independence, the right to vote and hold office, sexual freedom, and much more than early women's rights advocates could have imagined. We have not achieved heaven on earth, but feminists should be exultant at the uniquely rapid progress women have made. Absent the amplification and credibility conferred by the media, it is unclear what the National Organization of Women can any longer deliver, especially outside the Washington Beltway. Consider its boycott of Florida orange juice since conservative Rush Limbaugh became a spokesman for it. According to Advertising Age, when now President Ireland led a demonstration at a cash-and-carry convenience store in Tampa, a local radio station, WFLA, carrying Rush's show, urged listeners to buy all the store's orange juice. About half a dozen Now Gang members showed up versus 200 people claiming allegiance to Rush who bought gallons of juice. And there's another store in Albany. About 4 Now Gang members showed up. About 25 Rush fans showed up, bought out all the orange juice, and the reporter went to the Now Gang president. How does it feel every time you show up to try to negatively impact sales of this product? The sales zoom. When you guys show up, everything Limbaugh's associated with skyrockets. How do you explain that? Well, I have no explanation. Lisa writes, it'd be interesting to see the National Organization for Women treated with less reverence and more scrutiny by the media. Amen. I bet we'd find, she writes, as Mr. Clinton surely has, that direct exposure diminishes attractiveness. Quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
You're listening to the EIB Network.
Well, it's graduation time to honor achievement and a clearly marked transition in the lives of young adults. Now, how can you recognize your special graduate in a unique way? Well, here's a great gift idea to recognize this on this occasion. It's a graduate bear from the Vermont Teddy Bear Company. These fuzzy little furry creatures are clad in cap and gown, new diploma, not a real one, of course, clutched carefully in one cute bear paw. They're great. I mean, you've got to see them. Now, for some graduates, Graduate Bear is in itself the perfect remembrance. And what if the graduate's your kid or someone else real close to you? And you want to make, shall we say, more of a statement, like a car or a check. So you never know. The bear can hold a lot. You can place the check or any special gift with Graduate Bear for an unforgettable presentation. Call 800-829-BEAR. Talk to a bear counselor, get some ideas and options. 800-829-BEAR. 1-800-829-BEAR.
You get a lot of hotel for your money at Hampton Inn.
The rooms always feel fresh and look new, and that's important to me.
Hey, I wake up to a free continental breakfast, make as many local calls as I want, all on the house. That's great.
And on vacations, there's more money for fun, because the kids stay free.
For a comfortable stay at a competitive price, experienced travelers trust Hampton Inn. You'll be satisfied your night's stay is free. Call 1-800-HAMPTON now for reservations.
We're still trying to figure out where to go on vacation this year. But I know this, we're going to bring our car to Sears first.
At Sears, we're committed to giving your car the best selection and prices on tires, expert shock and brake specialists, and warranties honored coast to coast. See store for details. Wherever you go this summer, we'll be there when you need us.
Could be the mountains, maybe the beach, but it's got to be Sears.
Sears Tire and Auto Center. We're driven to satisfy.
My father died, age 60, with a heart attack.
Some people say it's inherited.
My oldest brother was 48.
Most people say it won't happen to them.
I guess I really didn't take it seriously.
Doctors say taking your high blood pressure and cholesterol seriously is a matter of life and death. In the WRAL TV5 Health Team Report, meet some people just like you who have taken control of their lives and their health and are living longer. The WRAL Health Team, tonight at 5 and 11.
Entertainment Tonight has the stories you won't see anywhere else. First, it was topless TV. And now, even the Italian TV censors say you've got to draw the line somewhere. Entertainment Tonight has the inside story on the risky Roman game show that is causing such a stir, as Italian TV bears all. Then, pet detective Jim Carrey goes to Cannes, and wait till you see him making the rounds on the nude beaches. Call the cops, he's out of control. You'll see on the next Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7 on WRAL TV 5.
I wish I could play outside with a friend, but my mom says it's too dangerous.
I wish I could wear my new jacket to school, but some boys with a knife already took my sweater.
These children aren't asking for much, only their childhood.
Every night when my mommy reads me a story, I hear the guns outside my window.
Give your children back their childhood. For free information, call 1-800-WE-PREVENT. Together we will take a bite out of crime. A public service message of this station, the Crime Prevention Coalition, U.S. Department of Justice, and the Ad Council.
Complicated, baby. I just want something simple like the truth.
Rush Limbaugh. You like ordering a 22-ounce prime rib or a huge strip steak from someplace like Ruth's Chris and really dominate it. In fact, you know what? Go out, have somebody. See if there's somebody who can get a steak delivered in here before this show is over so I can really dominate women for the rest of the show. Get a piece of meat. I mean a huge, nice steak. Get it in here, big as we can get delivered, and I will just dominate. And we want to do this on television, too. We want a steak delivered for television tonight so that I can have that steak on the set and really dominate women and show how it's done. Sister Lakes, Michigan, this is Tom. Hello. Oops, wait for my phone bank to come back. There we go. Tom, hello. Welcome to the program.
Hello, Rush. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Dittos from Sister Lakes, Michigan. I have to take you to task, Rush. I disagree with some things I've heard you say recently.
Tell me what they are.
It's in regards to Clinton and Paula Jones and the fact that Clinton, because he's President of the United States, it would harm the office to pursue this matter. And I saw you on your television show last night talking about double standards. And I believe that this is a double standard, that just because a man is President of the United States doesn't mean that he is above the rest of us.
I'm not suggesting that he is.
Well, it seems to me
I've posed the question. Have you heard me weigh in with my answer yet? I just simply posed the question. I'm still taking opinion on this, whether or not people think it would be a harmful thing with lingering damage to the office of the presidency to try him on sexual harassment charges in this circumstance. I'm just asking what people think, because there's,
Well, I would maintain that the office of the president is no greater than the person who holds the office. I would also maintain that the feminists embraced Clinton when he was running and herald Hillary as a great example of a feminist. And now that there's some implications that he is in fact not holding up to the standards that they expect all of us to hold up to, that somehow because he's the President of the United States, that this is damaging to our country. And I would say just the opposite. I think it's important that the people that make our laws and the people that govern us are held on the same level that we are. They are not better than us, and they are not superior to us. They are the same as us.
I agree. I don't have, well, I think that many Americans hope that their presidents are cut above, that they are special people. That's why,
wrong.
No,
that's wrong.
Well, not in biological terms, certainly, but not everybody is capable of being president. Not everybody's qualified to be. Not everybody could get elected, and not everybody would have the intellect or the ability to know what to do once they got there.
Well,
I
would maintain that qualifications don't have much to do with this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been elected in the first place.
Well, in this case, you've got a point. I'm suggesting that most people don't look at this president as somebody a cut above, and they don't look at him as better, and they don't look at him as anything special in human terms. There's no question that they do, but it's because of that. What do you want to do? The lawsuit's been filed now, and he's got to either try to get it thrown out or then defend it. What more can be done?
Well, I don't know that it's a question of doing more, but the suggestion. I heard on the news today before your show started that the White House is questioning that if something that happened 3 years ago before this man was president should even be fair game. And I've never read any place that when somebody becomes president that they get absolution
that's
for
true.
past action.
I know. You could, like I've said, why does the president demand it when Oliver North is not getting it? But look, more on this. We got to take a break. Back with more right after this.
If you are in business or have children in school, then this message is for you. This is Kevin Trudeau, founder of the American Memory Institute. Imagine you or your children with a virtual photographic memory and being able to remember names and faces, facts and information, telephone numbers, things to do, and more. Students get straight A's with less study time. Call 1-800-862-MEGA and see why over 2 million people have already benefited from the easy-to-learn Mega Memory Home Study course. That's 1-800-862-MEGA. 1-800-862-MEGA.
This is WGBR News, Goldsboro's very own.
This is Wayne Alley. Goldsboro Rotarians were told yesterday by Wayne County School Superintendent-elect Ray Brayboy that we have to unify this school system, and it's not an easy task. But working together, Dr. Brayboy said, we can make it happen.
We are our own worst enemy. We get around bridge tables and in malls and just chop each other up. And all that, the public just feeds off of that stuff. The more you talk, the more you want to hear. We've got to stop that stuff. We've got to move forward with purpose and vision. That's my message to you today. That's the message I'll be preaching and sharing with other individuals across this great county for years to come.
Dr. Ray Brayboy, Wayne School Superintendent-elect. A budget of $197,000 was approved by Wayne County Commissioners for the 5 programs of the Wayne County Children and Youth Council for next year. Commissioners were told 30 Wayne County children have been sent to training school this fiscal year compared to 23 all last year. Commissioners George Wolf and John Tart questioned whether money could be used for intensive care of juvenile delinquents. Council's Tommy Cox said the council hopes to attract new initiatives with available new monies to help address hardened juvenile delinquents. After commissioners approved the budget for the 5 programs, Cox said he would be back with program proposals for the remaining $76,604. The council is to get proposals from child service agencies, after which public hearings will be held. Republican Wayne County Commissioner Andy Anderson responded to what he described as Senator John Carr's telling Wayne County Democratic women that only Democrats in Wayne County and North Carolina have done good things for this county and the state.
First of all, I'd like to say I certainly hope Mr. Kerr does not break his arm patting himself on the back, because that seems to be what he's doing. But I'd like to call this to the people's attention. When you've got a benevolent dictatorship for the past 150 years, certainly it's going to be what the Democrats have done and have not done. I think if we want to start calling names, I think we could name some of the negative things that occurred too, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we need to start looking at the positive things, how we can work together as a team to get some things done, because this county is going to be a two-party system, whether Mr. Kerr likes it or not. We're moving on, and that's the way it is.
Wayne County Republican Andy Anderson. Wayne County Commissioners took another action yesterday in continuing efforts to stop the county being mandated to carry out programs without funds accompanying those mandates. Stay tuned for the latest Weather Center forecast. For WGBR News, I'm Wayne Alley.
For the afternoon ahead, we expect variably cloudy skies and a cool breeze across the region. There'll be a few scattered light showers, mainly across northern North Carolina late in the afternoon and during the evening hours. Highs 67 to 72. Tonight, partly cloudy, maybe a stray shower, especially during the evening, lows 45 to 50. Then tomorrow, continued cool with a mix of clouds and sun and high temperatures only in the mid-60s. I'm Brian Orzel in the Weather Center.
WGBR. Rush Limbaugh. Everybody knows that you're the number one dominator, number one.
We are back Rush Limbaugh in New York, recognized by many as the absolute best radio talk show host out there. 1-800-282-2882. Now, who is hammering up there? There's something going on in the floor. Do you guys hear rumbling up there? Or is it just over my ceiling? Sounds like somebody's about to fall through here. Just over my ceiling, huh? Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're going to put there it goes again. I know you people can't hear it, so it's frustrating, but believe me, I mean, it's like thunder and lightning up there. Anywho, this whole question about the president going on trial, let me again pose the question, and it basically is this. We have allegations of sexual harassment that are not provable. One person's word versus another's. We have a woman who claims $700,000 in damages, but many are saying, show me how she's been damaged. Show me how she's been harmed. So I'm torn here because of this whole sexual harassment juggernaut that's proceeding through this society like a sharp kitchen knife through warm margarine. And it seems unstoppable. And I think it's perfectly fine to point out the hypocrisy of the feminists. For example, Anita Hill was the saint. And this woman, to the feminists, is basically a slut. A bimbo. Simply because of the man she's accusing. One of their own. I mean, there's hypocrisy all around. But then when you get past all that, you have the office of the presidency up for grabs here in a way that it has never been tested. And the question boils down to this. Do you think the office of the presidency will be damaged to have this kind of a trial with these kind of photos and this kind of proceedings? And if so, do you think the damage will linger long after Bill Clinton has vacated this office, whenever that is? And if you do think that there will be lingering negative effects to the office of the presidency, is it then worth it? Is Bill Clinton worth damaging the office of the presidency? Now, some people will think, look, these people have set out to destroy their opposition. They have destroyed Robert Bork. They tried to destroy Clarence Thomas. They have tried to destroy. It's about time they got a little dose of their own medicine. I understand that motivation. I understand it totally. I myself feel it on several occasions. At the same time, could it be that the office of the presidency won't be damaged by such trial? That if the next president is a man of the stature of, say, let me just throw some names out. Let's do it this way. Let's say we have this trial. Let's say it becomes the biggest joke that there's ever been in the world. That the front pages of newspapers around the world carry these photos, X'd out and so forth, and the whole news about the president of the United States happens to be about these allegations that Paula Jones makes. And the whole thing becomes a laughingstock, and the office of the presidency does lose some of its legitimacy. Then, the next election, Bill Clinton loses. Let's say the new president is a Dick Cheney, or a Bob Dole, or a William Bennett. Somebody like that. Pick your favorite candidate. Is somebody... Now, this is an important question because it goes to this. Can the office of the presidency be not destroyed, can it be negatively affected by somebody not in it? In other words, I myself have faced accusations and criticisms from the left that my incessant critique and analysis of the president is serving to weaken the office. Oh, to have such power. But they say that I am doing so. And my retort always is, well, I'm not even in the office. How can anything I'm doing negatively affect the office of the presidency? Can't only the occupant of the office do that? And if you decide yes to that, then don't you conclude automatically that when there is a new occupant with stellar qualifications, that the office automatically regains its stature? Or could someone of impeccable reputation and stature, such as a Bill Bennett, or pick your name, automatically restore it and get respect as president immediately upon assuming the office? despite whoever has held it before? I mean, it's an interesting question. I don't know. It's my guess is that most of you are saying, yeah, the minute you get a good guy in there, the office immediately gets its respect back, it gets its stature back, its integrity back, and it's... But if you think that, let's go to Watergate. Look at what happened to the office of the presidency when Nixon left. Gerald Ford was there, then Jimmy Carter came along. Did any of those guys, and this is, I don't mean anything personally here, but has the office of the presidency ever recovered from Watergate in people's minds? Does it have less stature today than it did? And did it for a while, and maybe was the stature of the office returned to a high level by Ronald Reagan? Because it was, and there's no question that Reagan was a loved and respected man, despite what the left would have you believe. And look at the press after Watergate. Look at how Watergate changed the press forever. The press is now on a search and destroy mission. The definition of a good journalist is how many lives have you destroyed. Want to work for the Washington Post and you're stuck in Tampa, Florida? Go out and destroy somebody's life. Put it on your resume. You'll get considered. The whole mission of the press has changed since Watergate. And you can see evidence of that even in this circumstance. And you can see it all throughout the Bush presidency. All anybody's doing is looking for scandal now. Not saying you should ignore it when you find it, and there's certainly plenty of it here. But these are not easy questions answered in a knee-jerk fashion. They do take some thought. And having said that,